Do you ever feel like gaming today is just one big sprint? Fast-paced action, quick wins, that constant pressure to try and keep up. It can really wear you down. So how about we try and take things a bit slower? Let's chill and actually take our time to think things through. Maybe even through Blocklords, the perfect antidote to all this chaos. Blocklords is a player-driven medieval grand strategy game available on Epic Games. Spoiler alert, there are NFTs in this game, but don't you worry, because that part is completely optional. In this game, you can dive into farming and ruling at your own pace, focusing on building up your kingdom without that frantic grind. So come hang out with me and let's explore this together. To make things easier for you, I've also included chapters down at the timeline so that you can jump through any part you might be needing help with. Let's get started! In Blocklords, the first decision you have to make is choosing where to put your farm. You'd think it would be as simple as one click and you're done, but that's not the case. You have to take into consideration this little panel over here. Tax rate defines how much the rulers of the region can take from you in yield or gold. Prosperity indicates trade opportunities in the region, helping your villagers grow. And order determines how safe and stable the land is from attacks. The beginner's rule of thumb here would be to go for low tax rates but high prosperity and order to get the most out of your farm. If you have commitment issues, you'll be happy to know that farm relocation is available in the game, but it'll cost ya. Once you begin the farming process, the tutorial should make you well-equipped to handle the basic flow of the game. You construct or upgrade a building, recruit the respective squads, gather, craft, or refine resources, and allow your people to eat and rest. Then repeat. You might be surprised to find that there is no automation in the game, but like I told you, slow and steady is the way to go here. Occasionally, you'll be faced with crossroads as there are random events that will be triggered. And being a player-driven game, your choices will either reward you or punish you heavily. At some point, you'll realize that all of this is just a repetition of the mundane, until you face a scarcity in gold. Enter the economic systems of the game. So there are two main resources in the game, yield and gold. For yield, plain and simple, those are the things you've gathered, crafted, or refined in your farm. Gold, on the other hand, can be gained through the world events or by selling your yield at the in-game marketplace. Quick tip for resource trading is to explore cross-regional marketplaces and look for the best deals. It might take longer for the gold to arrive, but it's worth it, especially since the game can be stingy. The economic system is really where your resource management skills will come into play.
Nice.
So raise your hand if you've ever been too stubborn to believe that you can just produce everything at your farm because you're too reluctant to spend any gold or buy anything at the marketplace, but then eventually realize that you have to in the name of efficiency. Anyway, with enough time and effort, you'll be able to set up a sustainable ecosystem within your farm and earn enough gold to claim the region. You'll be required to have a unique NFT hero to become a ruler. But, as a ruler, you can then take charge of setting the tax rate and tax policies at the city hall, as well as collect from the city coffers, the region's central treasury. Be careful with toying around the coffers though, as this comes at a cost to the order and prosperity of your region. You'll also notice other city buildings like the tavern, library, and workshop. As of filming this, the tavern and workshop areas are closed, but according to their white paper, the tavern should serve as a hub where players can gather, while the workshop is for crafting banners and other useful items. The library is where you can unlock new adventures through book writing and banner collection. The game still feels very bare bones at this point, but I personally think it's worth exerting the energy because of two reasons. Number 1, it's relaxing to just farm and not think about it too hard. And number 2 is because the future developments of the game is where things get very exciting. Imagine raids and battles and conquering other lands and building your empire and overall just world domination! Excuse me. But yeah, we see so much progression already in the game without us even having to touch on the blockchain integration too much yet either. So let's talk about that. In Blocklords, there are 2 main NFT categories and 3 currencies. For NFTs, we have heroes and banners. The heroes and Blocklords have randomly generated stats and traits. The role of your hero will directly affect the gameplay choices that become available to you. There's a wide range of roles that you can choose from on the Blocklords marketplace. Depending on your efforts and in-game skills, your hero's value will directly affect the utility within Blocklords' dynamic economy. Banners, on the other hand, are key elements that have value and utility in the workshop and marketplace. You can consume these and obtain learning points, which are then used to unlock, craft, and develop various aspects of the player's region in the game. TLDR is that banners are directly tied to the progression and expansion of your territory and influence. Now, first on the currency list is the Lord's Token, which is the native token of Blocklords, and it is live on the Lord chain. You can use Lords to purchase influence on the Lords hub, and you can even stake them to gain more influence over time. To earn Lords, you'll have to play Blocklords Dynasty, which is the companion app of the game that's currently focused on duels. I'll create a separate video for that, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. The other two currencies are Ale and Influence, which are currently in development and are subject to change in the game. Ale is a token that will be made only available in-game and can be produced by processing grain at the future development of the brewery, while Influence is the connection between Lords, players' accounts, and strategic gameplay decisions. You can spend your influence on season passes, resource packs, limited heroes, time boosts, while also having the benefit of governance, voting power, and narrative of the game. Quick question. If you could become the ruler of your own region, what kind of ruler would you be? A hero or a tyrant? Let me know in the comments. Now, MetaKing Studios, the developer of Blocklords, is working hard to make sure that our non-stop farming does not end in vain, which is why on top of Blocklords Dynasty, so many more updates are coming your way. So this time around, I'm gonna ambush you with another event. It seems that a young video watcher has stumbled upon an informative YouTube channel. The subject in question appears to be Polemos. The other villagers are happy, of course, but what should be done? The choice is up to you, young villager. Make smart decisions and bring prosperity to your land. In the meantime, your likable ruler will be setting off to another raid. GG's.